All right, so let's go ahead and start with our questions for today. All right. Whoops. All right, so we're going to start with lemonade. So Jessica is making pitchers of lemonade. Let me put today's date on here, is October 23rd. So it says Jessica is making pitchers of lemonade for her class party. Each pitcher holds 1 1/2 pints of lemonade. If she sells 5 pitchers, how many pints of lemonade did she make in all? Okay, so here's Jessica, and she's making this lemonade for her class party. And each pitcher holds about 1 1/2 pints, but I'm going to do that 5 times. So if I do this question, I'm going to put the 5 pitchers times the amount in each one. To get a total amount used. All right, so here we go. Now we have this dilemma because we have a whole number and a fraction. So we've got to kind of figure out what this is going to do. First things first, just like everything else, we're going to put this 1 underneath here. All right, so we're going to start with our whole number first. And we're going to say 5 times 1 is going to stay a 5. So we're going to put plus. And now we're going to do our fraction. So 5 times 1 is still 5. And 1 times 2 is 2. And so now to figure this out, we have 5 wholes plus 5 halves. Well, that's kind of hard because this is an improper fraction. So we have to flip this to a mixed number first before we can go any farther in adding. All right? So we're going to convert, or we're going to change to mixed first because that is an improper fraction. So we're going to say 5 divided by 2, because that's what I have here. 5 divided by 2. And if I do that, I'm going to count by 2s and see what I've got. So I'm going to say 2, 4. That's as close as I can get. So my whole number is going to be a 2. And if I'm at 4 and I want to get to 5, my remainder is 1. So I put 1 over 2. So 5 divided by 2 is going to give me 2 1/2. So now I should be able to figure out how much total lemonade I have. So I'm going to take this number and I'm going to add it with this number. So I had 5 wholes plus 2 1/2 more. And we know that 5 plus 2 is 7. And then I just bring my half over. So I used 7 1/2, and we're going to label this with pints. So 7 1/2 pints is what I made total. All right. Let's jump on the next one. And the next one says, Laura has 12 feet of ribbon. She uses 3/4 of the ribbon. How many feet of ribbon did she use? And then how much is left over? So we're going to start with how much did she use first. So I have these 12 feet of ribbon. And I'm going to use 3/4 of that. So what operation do you believe that I'm using? Absolutely, we're going to be multiplying. So we're going to take our 12 feet times the 3/4 to try to get an answer. All right, so here we go. First things first, we put a 1 under our 12. And now we have a fraction times a fraction. All right? So we have 12 times 3. Can anybody tell me what 12 times 3 is? Absolutely, 36. And 1 times 4 is going to stay a 4. So now we have got this equation of 36 divided by 4. So I'm going to write that down. 36 divided by 4. And if I count by 4s, I go 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. So I will count 9 4s. So this equals 9. So 9 feet used. Because remember, that first question said, how much did she use? So this is 9 feet used. Now, for me to find out how much is still left, I would take my 12 feet minus my 9 feet that I used, and 12 minus 9 is? Absolutely 3 feet left. That's important to make sure that when you label it, you're labeling it with used and left. That way, when you are finding which answer goes with what, you have your answers written down. That's why we label them. All right, last one. This one's a little bit trickier. This one says, a group of friends shared 10 pizzas. They ate 7 2/3 of the pizza. How much pizza did they eat? Well, didn't they just say that they ate 7 2/3? Because it doesn't ask me how many slices did they eat. It just said how much did they eat. So we already know they ate 7 2/3. How much was left over? So that's definitely going to be a subtraction problem. And we're going to have to borrow. So let's draw a picture for this one. So I'm going to draw 10 pizzas. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I have 10 pizzas. Now the tricky part of this one is because my denominator is 3, I know that these pizzas are cut into thirds. Okay. Let me give you a second to get that drawn. All right. So now we're going to eat 7. Well, they're going to eat 7 2/3. So I'm going to eat this whole pizza, and I'm going to eat this whole pizza, and I'm going to eat this whole pizza, and this whole pizza. That makes 4. Eat another one. That makes 5. Eat another one. That makes 6. Eat another one. That makes 7. And when you get to the next one, you can only color in 2 out of the 3 pieces because it said 7 2/3. So when the question says how much is left over, now we can look at what we did not color in. So we have this 1, 2, 3. This is a whole. This is a whole. And this is a whole. Nope, that's wrong. That's not a whole because I ate some of it. This is 1/3. So we have 1 2 wholes and 1/3 left. Now, If we wanted to figure out how many slices of pizza we ate, had the question said how many slices of pizza they ate, let's figure that out. And I would say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. So this would be 23 thirds eaten. Or the 7 2/3. Okay?